For 13 years, Taylor Swift has been a musical juggernaut with a bazillion nominations and a quantifadrillion awards. She keeps proving that she is one of the industry heavyweights. And recently, she entered a boxing match with the talent manager Scooter Braun. And eyebrows started to raise. Who should we root for? Had Taylor manipulated the media and made up a fake feud? Was this whole thing a PR stunt strategically timed with her new album release? Whether you're an aspiring artist or a Minecraft player, there's so much to learn from Taylor, and especially what's been happening to her recently. So let's jump right into this story.
I think I'm better at standing up for myself when I've been wronged. So that's something that I think also comes with growing up.
Which brings us to Scooter Braun.
Yeah.
One day, a record label called Big Machine found 15-year-old Taylor on the street and told her,
"Damn girl, you got some talent. Easy dollar signesse, let's hang out some time and do business."
And they both agreed that Big Machine would pay for her studio time, provide her with marketing, promotion, tour management, and many other perks. In return, she would sign away all the rights to her music. Now, was this a fair deal? I don't think so. But it's the reality that we live in. Most artists don't make it to the top, so it's a tricky trade-off. On one hand, record labels are taking a risk and crossing their fingers, you know? Hopefully this artist would become big one day and their investment will pay off. An artist, on the other hand, can't make it on their own, and in most cases, there's no better option but to make this exchange. So if this is a standard deal that most artists make, why Taylor got mad all of a sudden? See, some artists, when they become worldwide stars, they try to buy their masters back.
Jay-Z, for one, demanded his catalog back from Def Jam. Frank Ocean worked for years in order to buy back his masters from Universal. And Rihanna reportedly acquired her masters at the end of her contract with Def Jam.
What does master mean? I don't know, it's like English for sensei. Yeah, she wanted to buy her masters and they said, sure, but only if you stay with us for 10 more years. Taylor was smart for saying no. She didn't want to bind her future to them anymore. And people were shocked to see that even Taylor, a platinum-selling artist, has to go through such extreme lengths to regain control over her own catalog. So how can we build a better system? Are all artists doomed? Let's ask Taylor for advice.
Alright, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to become a singer?
Get a good lawyer.
It's incredible when you think about it. This answer was 3 years ago. Clearly, someone as big as Taylor knows how messed up the music industry has become. She didn't say,
work on your voice or write better songs.
Instead, she said,
get a good lawyer.
This was hands down the best advice she could have given. And here's why. Remember when you were a kid and wanted to play with your older siblings? You were dumb, so they gave you the unplugged controller. If you spent 2 seconds following the wire, you would have worked out the problem, but instead, you focused only on the screen. This tunnel vision is precisely what a lot of starving artists nowadays have. For years, I struggled to grow this channel. If only I had a sexier voice. If only I could draw better. While working on the craft is important, it's equally important to know about the industry that you're getting yourself into. In business, nobody cares about you, and there are big sharks who would be very happy to eat you alive and take advantage of you. Which is why Taylor's advice was spot on.
I mean, one thing about this album that's really special to me is that it's the first one that I will own of my work.
After Taylor's beef, people are seriously questioning whether or not this is a good system. Spoiler, it's a horrible system, because artists are always the one who pay the price. Think about it. Taylor's the one who deals with constant pressure to perform. Plus, her privacy is non-existent at this point.
It's weird. I used to go to the mall when I was a kid and there'd be a group of girls and I'd be like, oh my god, I wish I was included in that group of girls. And now I go to the mall and it's there's a group of girls and they're running towards me. It's a different dynamic.
Between all the people that I've covered on this channel, Taylor is just on another level of fame.
The most abnormal thing about my life is having sort of crowds form everywhere you go. All of a sudden, you realize that you have not been alone, truly, for 5 years.
In 2017, for instance, the music industry generated $43 billion, Guess how much artists saw from that? Only 12%. And the bulk of this revenue didn't come from streaming or album sales as you might expect, but it came from touring. Where is the rest of this money going? You tell me. There's a reason why the music industry has been getting such a bad rap. And I've never understood this dark reality until recently, when I came across this clip from Norm MacDonald. He tells a heartbreaking story about a job he had when he was 14.
I became a hedge fund manager, and in that 3 months, I made $280,000 for the firm. What do you think they paid me? $190,000. I did all the work, but it taught me a valuable lesson. People who control the money are the ones that make the money, not the people that are down in the trenches of Lipscomb, McDonald, and Levine.
The point of this video is not to make a sad rant. Instead, this is a reminder that contracts could be dangerous. There are 3 things in the universe that'll never get along with each other: Tom and Jerry, pineapple and pizza, gross, artists and contracts. Yeah, stop writing that cute comment. These are facts that you're not allowed to question. Even Taylor said,
"Young artists will read this, and learn now to better protect themselves in a negotiation."
And I'm sure you've heard the endless stories of creators who signed deadly contracts and lost millions of dollars.
This contract that I signed, when I didn't know any better, I'm an idiot, I should have never signed it in the first place.
And here I am, me and 49 other creators with $1.7 million of our money stolen from us.
Smosh is homeless.
So I sold it for $0.
These kids are getting ripped off, they're getting taken advantage of. These contracts are not okay, and this needs to never happen again.
Lastly, if you want to support your favorite artist, blasting their songs on repeat won't help much. Instead, go to their tours. That's the best way to support them. And while researching this video, I got inspired by the insane amount of help that Taylor gives to underrated artists.
I went to my dressing room and I bawled my eyes out because of you. So thank you for making me cry.
You killed it.
Thank you.
You came out and just absolutely owned it. And then at the end, everybody's hands going like this.
It was amazing.
55,000 people, all lit up.
I want to follow Taylor's footsteps and support other creators who are criminally underrated. Which brings me to a channel called TheBurgerKrieg. He's been making high quality videos for years, and they deserve more attention. He has over 200 videos covering every topic you can think of. Start by watching these art-related videos. Give him some love, go subscribe right now. He doesn't know that I'm doing this, and if he woke up tomorrow and saw 1,000 new subscribers, he'd be over the moon.
Subscribe, go right now.